Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll talk about position sizing and how we can use this position sizing technique in our system trading to improve the performance and meet our goals. So I have divided today's videos into two parts. In first part, I will talk about why position sizing is important and what it can do and what it can't do. In part two, we'll take few example techniques and we'll see how we can apply them for a system. So actually there is no right or wrong way to position size, right? There are different books that talk about different ways to position size. And ultimately there are only two factors, right? Which will help you to decide what kind of position size technique you should use. The first is for a particular system, one position size technique might work better than the other. And the second is personal goals, what you want out of the system. These are the only two factors, right? What kind of system it is and your personal goals, what you want out of that system will decide the position size basically. Now, the first point I want to make here is that for a position size technique to work, you have to have a working system or a profitable system. So what I've written here is that a good system can be screwed with bad position size. But if your system itself doesn't have edge, then no matter how good our position size technique is, we can't make money, right? It is no magic. So the first and foremost important question we should ask ourselves is, do we have a profitable system? Do we have an edge? And if we have an edge, then we should start researching about how we should position size, how much risk we should take, and all these factors for a particular system. Another point I want to make is there is no reward without risk, right? So when we want extraordinary reward, we have to take extraordinary risk also, right? And the to uh, decision how much risk we should take is left to a trader, and only they themselves can decide how much is their risk appetite, right? So somebody would be okay with a 20% drawdown and they are targeting 100% return. Somebody else might not be okay with anything beyond 5% drawdown, and that's why they are targeting 25% return, right? So the goals of two people trading the same system can be very different, and that's how they will choose their position size, and that is how their end result will look like, right? I mean, they will be very different from each other. So the position size techniques are mostly focused on goals, either to get max reward, some people want the maximum returns, or to reduce drawdown / risk of ruin, right? So some people would be focused more on the drawdown and the risk of ruin. Generally, as your capital grows, you start moving from trader number one, who's focused on maximum returns, to trader number two, who's focused more on the drawdown or risk of ruin, right? And the last point I want to make here is, as a beginner, we actually overestimate our capacity to handle drawdowns, right? When let's say we are simulating our final position size in Excel, and we say, okay, we are okay with a 20% drawdown. But when in reality it comes, we will feel very different. And I don't think we will be able to handle it. So what I say is generally, it starts bothering us at half of max DD, what we think we can handle or we are okay with. And I'm talking about beginner or people who are starting into system trading. Experienced people have hold on their emotion, and I can't comment on them because I am still a beginner, right? So now let's take an example of why position size is important, right? So I have taken an example of a profitable system here, right? A system which has a 60% win rate, and an average winner is 100 Nifty point, and the average loser is 80 Nifty points, right? Now, since uh, system has a 60% win rate, if I have a 10 trades, I expect 6 of them to be winner and 4 of them to be losers, right? It will not happen like this in real trading. The sequencing, we will talk about the Monte Carlo simulation and sequence of trades, but just for the sake of discussion, let's assume that we will have 6 winner and 4 losers, okay? Now, this 6 winner I have chosen as 200, 300, 10, 20, 50, and 10, so that my average winner becomes 100. And I've chosen 4 losers, which are 10, 120, 150 and 40 so that my average loser becomes 80. Now, as we can see, this is a profitable system because the win rate is more than 50% and average winner is also bigger than average loser, right? So we will want to trade this system in reality, right? So now let's see an example of three people trading the same system, different position size technique, and how their end result looks. So here I have taken an example of the same system which I showed in the slide, right? And these are the 10 trades which I have discussed there. What I have done is I have put them into a particular sequence. This is one of the sequence. There can be 100 of such possible sequence of the same trades, right? So what I've done is I have strategically put the biggest two winners in the end. And I've started it with a loser. This is just one of the sequence I have chosen to make my point here, right? So take an example of a trader A which is in yellow, then trader B, which is let's say in this orange color, and trader C, which is in this blue color. All three traders start with a capital of 10 lakh rupees, right? Now the trader one is trading 10 lots of Nifty and he doesn't change his size, right? Trader 2 trades only 5 lots of Nifty and he doesn't change his side. Obviously, trader 2 is obviously more conservative than trader 1 here, right? And then there is a trader 3 who's using a very aggressive position sizing technique where what he does is he trades 1 lot per 50,000, right? So this is just a hypothetical example. Again, we can have a margin things and all this, but just for the sake of example, right? Let's say that a trader is trading 1 lot for 50,000, right? So now after these 10 trades, this is how the result looks of these three traders. Trader first here, right? He has made 2 lakh rupees almost, right? And his max drawdown was 17%. Trader 2 has made almost 1 lakh rupee and his max drawdown was 8%. And trader C has obviously say made 2,56,000 rupees, but his max drawdown was 32%. So if somebody considers a risk of ruin at 30%, this trader somewhere here already crossed that risk of ruin. So he'll not be taking these trades, right? So as you can see, right, the same system traded by different people having different goals, right? And having different position sizing can ultimately change their final results, right? And this is why I say the position sizing is really important, right? So this is all about this video. In next video, we will talk about different position sizing technique and how we can use them in our system trading. Thank you.